Hello, welcome to another Maths with Lloydie video. We're at the November 2021 paper. We're looking at question 4. We've got the sponsors, Grays Hockey. If you're interested in some top quality hockey equipment, do go to the Grays shop online. Question 4, let's get into it. A company is planning to redesign its website to include some new features. The company will carry out research on how customers navigate the current website. This will be used to influence the design of the new website. The table lists the activities needed. Now, this is unique. I haven't seen one like this before, but we have gaps, we have unknowns. So the duration for Y in that group is unknown. So we need to work it out, which is going to be great. Just scrolling down, I mean, there is no drawing of an activity network for once, which is great, but we do need to draw a Gantt chart. So Zishan, the project manager, draws this activity network, which is great. We've got an X there. That's good. In the activity network, 3 unknown times. There's a W as well. I didn't know that. So we've got to find the W, the early time of activity F. Well, the earliest time that can start will be 6 plus 5. That's nice and simple. So that is 11. So our early start time is 11. Work out the value of X, the late event time of activity C. So 24 take away 14 is 10. 23 take away 10 is 13. So this one needs to be done by 10, otherwise the whole project is delayed. So that's 10. Wonderful. Task B has a float of 7 days. Work out the value of Y. I'm glad it said that because I was starting to worry. That I didn't have to work that one out. So 28 take away 7 is 21. 6 plus Y will equal 21. So Y is going to equal 21 take away 6. Oh my God, calculator work. I don't even know. I'm just making sure I make an error. So Y should equal 15. Okay, next is to state the critical path. So that'll be where all of our first two will add up to the last one. So of course we've got float time at B, so that's not going to be critical. Neither C, so it's D that's critical, therefore meaning F is critical. G, 13 plus 10 is 23. H must be critical, and then it's all critical from there. So what we're looking for is ADFG, ADFG, and then HIJK, HIJK. Marvelous. Okay, before the start of the project, Zishan finds out that activity G will only take 6 days, complete the activity network. So effectively, lots of this, is going to be very similar. However, they want us to kind of do it all again. Now, the first thing I notice is we don't have that duration for B. So I'm just going to scroll up. B was Y. Y is 15. So I'm going to put that in there, 15. Okay, let's now work out all of these early start times. So 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 2 is 13. So we can't start G without F. 6 plus 3 is 9. That goes into there. 13 plus 6 is 19. 6 plus 15, 21. Okay, so just got to consider these numbers now. 9 plus 14 is 23. 9 plus 1 is 20. So 23 becomes our early start time because we can't start I without E being completed. Then 23 plus 2 is 25. 25 plus 2 is 27. And then we get to 28 at the end. Now we work backwards. 28 take 1 is 27. Happy with that. 28 take away 1, so that's going to be into there. 27 take away 2 is 25. 25 take away 2 is 23. So we've got a late time of 23 there and a late time of 23 there. 23 take away 14 is going to be 9. That's going to be the critical value. 23 take away 1 is 22. 22 take away 6. 22 take away 6. Just having a little mind freeze there when I think about something. That is 16. And 16 will go into F. Can't go into C because we need it done by 9. If it's not done by 9, it pushes back E. 16 take away 2 is 14, which goes into D. So that is now amended. State an activity that was critical but is no longer critical. So from here we had I want to just get this from here. A, D, F, G, A, D, F, G, H, I, J, K. They were all critical. A is still critical. D is not because the early and the duration do not add up to the late. Same for F, the same for G, the same for H. I, however, is still critical, and as are the ones to the right. So you can have anyone with D, F, G, or H. Any one of those. Okay. Draw a Gantt chart to represent your activity network in question B, part I, which is here. Now, in order to do this, I'm going to need to have all of this information down there with me. So I'll paste it to the right, make it smaller. There we are. Good. Oh, and it's one of these. I'm actually quite used to drawing these. Haha, as little lines, but it'll be fine. So for B, starts at 6. 2 lines are going to make oh, that's a terrible drawing. 2 lines make up for 1. There we go. It's got a duration of 15. I don't have a late time up there. I've just spotted that. 21, take away 1. 28, sorry, take away 1 is 27. That was terrible. Right, I'll better write it there as well. So for B, it's got 15, so it goes to 21. 2 squares past where we were at. Draw that across. And then we get a dotted line all the way to 27. Like so, so dotted box to 27. Have I just done that to 28? Yeah, haven't I? 27 is just before that line because it's 27.5. Okay. For C, C starts at 6 also. Has a duration of 3. So that takes it to 9. It's tough to draw this. And then because it's a critical value, we don't have to do anything with the extra part. Okay, D, again, starts at 6. 2, 3, 4, draw it like that. Has a duration of 5, meaning that I can just go 2 after there. That's 10 squares for it. And then look, 6 plus 5 is 11. Late time of 14, so it's got a float of 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, E starts at 9 and then has a duration of 14. 9 plus 14 is 23. Luckily, this does not have a float time, so I can just draw that in. Good. F. F starts at 11. Has a duration of 2. 1, 2. And then 11 plus 2 is 13. So we've got a float time of 3. Gets us to 16. Great. G starts at 13. Has a duration of 6. So that goes to 19. Quite like just finding out where it goes to rather than counting squares across. And then G has another float time of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, H starts at 19. If anyone else is fed up, don't worry, I am as well. Has a float time of 3. I, 23 it starts at. Duration of 2. No float time. J starts at 25. Duration of 2. No float time. K starts there. Duration of 1. No float time. And that should be it. That was exhausting. Absolutely exhausting. But we are looking good. Okay, next bit. What have we got left? That's it. Oh, thank goodness. Right, that is 15 marks. So it just shows how big a part this is. If you have access to the Times Educational Supplement, TES, I have put a resource on there. It's available for £1, where it's a spreadsheet with about 3 or 4 activity networks, and you can write in the durations. So you can change the durations. You then have to draw the network, and then you can do the early times, the late times, and find the critical path. And then if you change the numbers, the diagram will stay the same. You change the numbers, all those paths and all those numbers will change as well. There's 3 or 4 different types of those activity networks. You can draw 3 or 4 of them, but then what we've just done, you can practice that all for yourself and therefore mark it. So it's infinite revision. I think I put it on there for £1. So do help yourself to that, especially if you're a teacher and you've watched this video. It's a useful tool. Okay, I will see you at question 5. Bye-bye.